Alright, I welcome you to our 12th lesson in science. And I hope you're doing well. You are still studying hard. In our previous lesson, we learned about how to draw eclipse of the sun and the moon. In today's lesson, we are beginning a study on another property of light, that is reflection of light. We should be able to demonstrate reflection of light at home and draw ray diagram of reflection accurately. Now, how do you demonstrate reflection of light? You need a reflecting surface like a mirror. You need a torchlight. So at an angle, as you see, the torch is switched on to cast light on the reflecting surface. Now you direct your eye at the opposite and where the light ray bounces into your eyes. Now, as you observe the light from the reflecting surface, you should know that it is as a result of the bouncing back of the light rays coming from the torch into your eyes. And that is reflection of light. Now, there is an imaginary line that is drawn in between the light coming from the torchlight and the reflected light into your eyes. We call it the normal. Alright, it is called the normal. Now, I have shown an arc here connecting this ray or this beam of light to the normal, and another one connecting the reflected beam of light to the normal. So let's find out the name. Now we call the angle or the turning gear angle of incidence. It is between this ray of light and a normal. And we also have the angle of reflection between the normal and then the ray that is reflected into your eyes. Now, what is the special name given to the light coming from the source to hit the reflecting surface? What is the name? It is called the incident ray. This is the incident ray. The ray that bounces off from the surface into your eye. It's what you call the reflected ray. Alright. So this is how reflection of light can be demonstrated even at home. I repeat, the normal is not observed or is not seen, but it is placed there in order to strike a relationship between the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection. So in the next part, we're going to look at the meaning of reflection and then the ray diagram. The ray diagram of reflection. So what is the meaning of reflection? So with a demonstration, can you define reflection in your own words? So we are saying that from the above illustration, we define reflection of light as the bouncing of light as it hits or strikes a polished surface. The bouncing of light as it hits or strikes a polished surface. just as a ball bounces off the wall when you kick it against the wall. So light also behaves the same way when it is shown on a polished surface at an angle. It bounces off the surface and it can be seen by the eye positioned at the opposite end, as we saw earlier in the demonstration. Now, the ray diagram of reflection of light is the way you draw it on paper. So the demonstration we saw earlier is not to be drawn as such on paper, but there's a diagram that you must learn how to draw that represents ray diagram of reflection. So let's look at the summary of the diagram, how it looks like. Alright, so this is the diagram, and any ray diagram you're supposed to draw should be like this. Now, this is the mirror or the reflecting surface. Okay. And then we have the incident ray, which is a ray of light coming from the source of light. And it hits the mirror at a point called point of incidence. Point of incidence. Now, as soon as it hits these points, it bounces off in the opposite direction to form what's called the reflected ray. Remember that a ray of light drawn without an arrow makes it just a line. So you need to place the arrow on any line you draw, which represents a ray of light. So observe the arrows carefully. Now, another observation about the arrows, which if you do not put on the ray diagram correctly, make the whole diagram wrong, is the direction. The direction of the arrows. Now, you can see that the incident ray is a ray coming from the source of light towards the surface of the mirror or the reflecting surface. And so the arrow should point towards the surface, as you can see. And as soon as it bounces off, remember the direction changes. It moves in the opposite direction, this time this way. And so the arrow should go accordingly, moving away from the surface. If you draw these arrows wrongly, probably putting this one here and this one there, then what you need to do is to change the name. If the arrow here points out, then here should be reflected ray. If this one points in or towards the mirror surface, then it should be the reflected ray, or the incident ray. Another thing we must note about the diagram is this imaginary line, which is at right angle with the surface. At right angle means it makes an angle of 90 degrees with the surface. So take note, it makes an angle of 90 degrees with the surface. It's called a normal. Alright? Now, it is just normal. Don't add ray to the name. If you add ray to the name, it is going to be marked wrong. The whole diagram will be wrong. So exercise extra caution in drawing the ray diagram. It is not called normal ray, it is normal or perpendicular. Don't put an arrow on it. Then we move on to the angle. The angle between the incident ray and the normal is called angle of incidence, as we look at in the demonstration. Angle of incidence. and the letter small I is used to represent angle of incidence. On the other hand, or on the other side, we have what you call the angle of reflection, and it's the angle between the reflected ray and the normal. The angle between the reflected ray and the normal. This is a simplified diagram, and if you are asked in exam to draw a ray diagram of reflection, this is exactly what the examiner expects from you. No need to write a lot of statements. Just draw this diagram and follow the instruction. Follow the instruction, you are good to go. Get a full mark. All right, my dear learners, I thank you for staying glued to the lesson, and I hope you have learned something good and profitable. Now, you are reminded that we are going to look at laws governing reflection, or what we call the laws of reflection, in our next lesson. Then we'll do some calculation of how to get the angle of incidence and how to get the angle of reflection for any given problem involving lights or reflection of light. So let's take note of that. Make sure you do the exercises and upload them in time for me to mark. I promise I'm going to mark and submit your scores in time. We're also reminded that for our e-learning platform or our e-learning program, for it to be well evaluated, for us to know the progress we're making so far, we are going to run an examination on whatever lessons we have covered so far. So I will advise that right from the beginning, if you have missed out on any lesson, just get hold of the timetable and then go through the dates, enter the dates, and get the lesson from lesson 1 to lesson 11, especially the ones you have missed, so that you go through, especially the lesson notes, to make you prepared for the exam, which will be run online. Alright, till we meet again, stay safe.